going on, guys? Jeff here, and welcome to the very first episode of Dinner and Beer. I'm super excited about this because it's something I've been wanting to do forever, and I'm finally getting a chance to sit down and record some cooking videos for you and showcase some amazing beer. All right, so for this very first episode, I thought I would kick it off with some comfort food and kind of a comfort beer, but kind of a summertime beer. This is going to be the Dr. Robot Blackberry and Lemon Sour. All right, so what the first thing we need to do is get our glass out, open up this beer here, pour it in a nice glass here, and then I'll tell you about the recipe. We'll do a little bit of cooking. It's been a long day at work, so very excited about this because, like I said, it's comfort food. It's something that everyone should eat after having a rough day at work. So let's open up this Dr. Robot. This is from Monday Night Brewing down in Atlanta, Georgia. We're just going to pour it here. You see it's got a kind of pinkish red color to it. I've really been digging these sour beers here lately. I don't know what it is. It's just a different taste than, you know, like something heavy like a lager or an ale or something like that. So definitely check out this Dr. Robot. Like I said, it's got kind of a reddish pink taste to it, or color to it. Don't know what it tastes like yet. We're going to find out though. And then we're going to jump into some cooking, okay? So let's give this thing a try here. Yeah, that is what we need for our cooking beer, okay? Some people have a shower beer. I have a cooking beer. I love to drink beer while I cook, all right? So like I said, we're going to be cooking a chicken bacon ranch pasta dish. It's going to be off the chain. It's going to be amazing. You're probably going to be able to taste it through the camera. If you're not, your mouth's going to be watering. It's going to be a lot of fun, okay? So let's kick it off by looking at the ingredients that you are going to need to make this dish at home. Also, there's going to be a copy of the recipe in the description of this video, so make sure you click down there. Check out the recipe for yourself. I'm going to do step by step. I'm not one of those, hey, let's do this really fast video in 1 minute, show these people how to do this thing. I would rather just take my time, hang out with you for a little bit, let you get to know me a little bit, and let's cook some amazing food together, all right? So if you're looking for one of those really fancy kitchen guys, or you're looking for one of those really fast tutorial videos, this is probably not going to be for you. Like I said, I just want to hang out with you for a little bit. Let's cook some amazing food together. I'm just an average guy in an average kitchen. Actually, probably a little bit below average if you want to know the truth about it. It's a little bit small. I don't have any of those fancy kitchen gadgets. I don't have anything fancy. So if I can make amazing food in this kitchen, I know that you can do it in whatever kitchen you're in. All right, so let's get down to the ingredients list, and then we'll start making some good food. All right, so let's talk about some of the ingredients that we're going to be using to make this amazing chicken bacon ranch pasta dish, okay? All right, so it just uses a few ingredients. You've got cheeses, mozzarella, sharp cheddar, and instead of pepper jack, I decided to use some hot pepper blend, which has pepper jack and some jalapeno peppers, stuff like that. All right, so if you can find it in your store, highly recommend it. If not, just use some pepper jack. You don't have to use the pepper jack and mozzarella. I'm just doing it because I like that kind of cheese. All right, you got some spinach. Okay, using some fully cooked bacon. You can use uncooked bacon. Use your favorite bacon. I don't care. I like this bacon. It's simple. It's already cooked. Just use whatever you want. Right. Got a can of evaporated milk. Got some chicken breast. Like I said, all of the exact measurements that you're going to need are in the recipe in the description of this video, so go down and check those out. While you're down there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to know that you want to hang out with me, and that's the only way I'll know is if you're subscribed to the channel, right? So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We've got a red onion. We've got a green pepper, all right? We have a can of petite diced tomatoes. We can't have chicken bacon ranch pasta without the ranch, all right? So we've got ranch here, all right? We've got some olive oil to saute up those vegetables with, and also to kind of blend in with our pasta so they don't stick together, okay? Got some olive oil to spray the pan with that we'll be baking this dish in. And for this dish, we're going to be using penne pasta. All right. So we're going to use half this box, which this is a 16-ounce box. We only need 8 ounces of it. All right. And then last but not least, my very favorite ingredient, mixed garlic. Minced garlic. Minced garlic. Garlic. All right. Minced garlic. All right. So really simple. What we're going to do first is we are going to put the pasta on to go ahead and start boiling while we cut up the onion and peppers that we're going to be sauteing, and then we're going to add all of the rest of the ingredients to that, all right? I'm also going to go ahead and throw the chicken in the oven, let that be cooking. By the time I get everything chopped up and the pasta gets done, chicken will be done. Hopefully it won't take me that long to do all that, but chicken will be done shortly after, and then I'll show you how to mix it all together. So feel free to watch. Make sure that you have your beer. All right, and just follow the recipe below. I'm going to show you the exact steps that I take to cook this delicious meal. All right? All right, so the first thing that we're going to need is 2 chicken breasts. All right, 2 chicken breasts. Now this chicken had little breasts, so 1, 2. All right, we got our 2 chicken breasts. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to bake these. You can grill them, you can cook it however you want. You can boil it, I don't care what you do, all right? But just got to cut these out of the packages. Just going to put some salt and pepper, stick them in the oven at about 425 for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and finish the recipe, all right? All right, so we've got our chicken all seasoned up, ready to go, covered up. We're going to just toss that right in the oven here. All right. All right, so the next thing we need to do is get our pasta going, okay? So this is the first use of the olive oil. We're going to put a teaspoon of that in. Yep, a little bit more than a teaspoon. It's all good. Just pasta. Not going to hurt it a bit if you overdo it a little. Just helps it to keep from sticking together, all right? So once we have that in, then what we're going to do is wait for this water to start boiling. And once that starts boiling, we're going to add half this box of pasta here, okay? Like I said, this is a 16-ounce box, so we're going to be using 8 ounces of this pasta for this recipe. All right? While that's cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to dice up our onion and our green pepper, okay? So what we need to do is cut this onion in half. We're only going to use half this onion and half of the green pepper. Like I said, we're going to dice those up and we're going to saute those, all right? All right, so let's get chopping. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just some average dude who loves to cook. So it doesn't really matter how you chop up these onions. Just make sure you chop them up good. All right? You don't want some big onion chunks right in the middle of your pasta. Or maybe you do. Who knows? I don't know if there's anybody else that likes onion like I do, but I just take it and I grab me a piece while I'm cutting it and I eat it. All right? I love it that much. Okay, so chop your onion up about like that. Okay, I'll give it a couple more. All right, I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to go to work on our pepper here. All right, we're just going to chop that up real good too. All right, now we've got our onion and pepper all chopped up. We are ready to saute. Okay, so my goal is to try to get all of this done when the pasta gets done and the chicken gets done, okay? All right, so we're going to need to break our olive oil back out. And this time we're going to use a tablespoon, all right? So we're going to put a tablespoon into our skillet. All right, we'll throw the spoon away. Don't need it anymore. All right, that didn't work out like I planned to. I can never look cool like they do on TV, ever. All right, my girlfriend's going to kill me in a second. All right, so we're going to let that heat up. We're going to move our olive oil all around the pan, blah, blah, blah. There we go. All right, we'll let that heat up for a second, and then we're going to toss those green peppers and red onion in, okay? While I do that, I'm either going to pick the spoon up or grab my beer. Which one do you think? All right, so recipe is pretty simple and straightforward from here. When we saute we're going to give the onions and peppers a couple minute head start. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw the spinach in. I'm not going to be using all this, by the way, just basically a handful. Like I said, I've got the exact steps you need to take in the description. Then we're going to be adding the tomatoes, the bacon, yeah, all that stuff. We're going to have it all right? So, yeah, while we wait, let's talk about this beer for a second. So, I've had a chance to drink about half of it now, and I really, really love it. It really has a more sour taste. You can taste the blackberry just a little. You can taste the lemon a little more. I think that's due to the sourness of it. But it's a really refreshing beer that I think is going to go perfect with this chicken bacon ranch pasta dish. Okay, I think it's going to go really, really good with it. So another beer you might try with this is something like a blonde or something like that. Just something really light. But this is really light and refreshing. So I may even try an IPA with this beer, with this dish one day. But this one is really, really good. And like I said, I think it's going to go perfect with it, okay? All right, so our pan is hot enough now. Let's go ahead and add our peppers and onions and get them going. Yeah, that's the sound we like to hear. All right. We're just going to kind of move those around and coat those really good with the olive oil. All right, some tried to escape. We're going to just throw those right back in. All right. Turn that down just a little. Okay, so like I said, we're going to add all of these ingredients, and I'm going to show you one at a time when to add each one and all that good stuff, all right? So let's do it. All right, so we've got our onions and peppers sauteed here. Like I said, just give them a 2 or 3 minute head start on everything else. Now what we're going to add to them is the tomatoes, all right? Kick this fan on and hope it won't mess with our microphone too much. All right, we're going to add a teaspoon of minced garlic. I like to do a heaping teaspoon because I really love garlic. All right. And then what I did is I chopped up the whole package of bacon and I chopped up about a handful of spinach, all right? So we're going to add that to the mix as well. Everything off in there. All right, and then here shortly we are going to be adding our chicken to it. So we're going to have to cut up our chicken and add that to it, all right? So what I'm going to do is stir all this around real good, make sure it's all mixed together. And we just want to saute this long enough for these spinach leaves to wilt down, all right? All right, so let's give it a good mix here. While I'm doing that, why don't you go down to the comment section and let me know what is your favorite beer to drink with a pasta dish, all right? All right, let me know that. All right, so we've got mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. My mama taught me good. Y'all remember that Back It Up lady? That lady cracked me up. It was like 10 years ago, so if you're young, you're probably not going to remember that. But, man, if you're want to laugh, if you need a good laugh, you need a good stress reliever, look up the Back It Up song. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it already, but if you haven't, you owe it to yourself to check that out. Not right now. Finish this video first because you definitely want to know how to cook this stuff, okay? All right. So now we've got all of this goodness all mixed together here. What we're going to do is just, like I said, we're going to let that saute until the spinach leaves are wilted down. And while we're doing that, we're going to get another drink of beer. Cheers. All right, we've got our pasta going. Let's give that a good stir. Make sure that's not sticking together. Oh, there went the water. Woo-hoo! All right. Yeah, pasta's looking good. Man, I'm telling you, this is really coming along. And it hasn't even taken us that long, all right? So this is a very quick and easy meal. You just got to cut some stuff up, saute some stuff, boil some stuff, bake some stuff. You got it made. Easy peasy, right? Should take you about 20 minutes to throw this thing together, about 20 minutes for it to bake, and you're home free, right? You're sitting either in your living room, on the comfort of your own couch, or at the dining room with your family, eating one of the easiest, best comfort foods that you can eat. Chicken, bacon, ranch pasta, okay? All right, so let's let this saute down. Let our noodles boil, let our chicken finish cooking. We're going to add the chicken to this saute mix, and we're going to come back. I'm going to show you how to make the cheese sauce that we're going to be mixing in with this dish as well, all right? All right, so our pasta is pretty much done here. We're going to turn that off real quick, and now we're going to make our sauce, okay? So what we need for this is the whole 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. We're going to just dump that right into the pot here. Then we're going to need 2.5 cups of mozzarella and the hot cheese, either your pepper jack or your hot pepper cheese, whatever you decide. If you don't even like hot peppers, just use straight up 2.5 cups of mozzarella, okay? So I'm going to grab a handful of this here. We're going to throw it in the pan. I'm going to grab it like another half handful here. Throw that in there. All right. And just a fair warning, obviously, since you're using hot cheese, this dish will have a little kick to it, okay? It won't have a huge kick, but it will have a little bit just from the spice of the cheese, all right? So I'm going to put an even amount of this hot pepper cheese as I did the mozzarella. That would give us about 2.5 cups there, okay? Obviously, you can measure it out. I don't really want to, so I'm not going to. I'm going to use a spoon here. And what we're going to do is we are going to stir this until this evaporated milk and cheese blend becomes a creamy sauce, okay? So we're just going to stir this around. We've got our pasta here is ready to go. Our saute mix is looking yummy, 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 yummy. Look at there. Hope you can see that real clear now, but good Lord, that looks good. All right. Let's actually turn that down a little bit. We're going to check on our chicken here in just a minute. Our chicken should be just about finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir this with one hand and drink a beer with the other. All right. Like I said, this is my cooking beer. So whenever I'm cooking, I like to drink beer at the same time. And it makes things go by a lot easier and smoother for me. Also takes the stress out of cooking a meal away and actually makes it seem a lot faster. All right. So we almost have a creamy sauce here. You can say this just took a couple minutes. I have this thing on about medium high. Okay. So you don't want it on super high because you don't want to burn the cheese. You just want it on enough to where you can get a nice creamy texture out of it. Right now it's still a little runny. All right, cheese is not completely melted, but once it becomes melted, then it'll have a nice thick texture to it, okay? So if your sauce seems like it's not wanting to thicken up, what you can do is add more cheese to it. That will make it a little thicker in consistency, and you'll have a thicker sauce. You don't want this sauce to be too runny because you want to think about it as like an Alfredo sauce, okay? So you want it to be pretty thick, not pretty, just have a good consistency to it, a good creamy texture. All right, so I'm just going to keep stirring. Stir this, stir that. Let's stir our pasta. Yep, pasta's feeling good, looking good. Man, I'm telling you guys, my mouth is watering. This is going to be some good stuff. All right, we're almost there on the sauce. Oh yeah, see it starting to thicken up now? All right, so we're just going to keep stirring. All right, so this is the consistency that you're looking for. Nice and creamy. All right, not too runny, not too thick, just kind of in between. All right, so once we have our sauce done, we're just going to turn that eye off. Let's see. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn our saute blend off as well. And it's almost time to slap this stuff together and throw it in the oven, all right? All right, so let's just take our sauce off the eye here, set it to the side. Next, I'm going to drain our pasta, take our chicken out of the oven, and we're going to cut it into cubes and mix all this stuff together. Add the ranch dressing, add some cheddar, add some more cheese, and we're going to throw it in the oven, let it bake, let it work its magic, and then we're going to be ready to go. All right, so let's do that now. All right, so our pasta's done, our chicken's done, and our veggies are done, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pasta, we're going to throw it back into the pot. Boom, done. We're going to take our chicken, we're going to put it in the pot. I've already cubed the chicken, so you want to cube the chicken before you put it in there. All right, then we're going to take our saute mix, add it to the pot. All right, now we're going to add our cheese sauce that we made. Okay, so let's add that in. Okay, and now we need our ranch dressing. So we're going to put a quarter cup of that in. You can either measure it out or eyeball it. There we go. A little extra just for me. All right. Now we're going to stir all this up. We're going to mix it all up. Let me bring this to the front so I can reach it a little better. All right. Man. You guys do not know what you're in for with this one. This is something else right here. All right, so once we've got that all mixed up, what we want to do is we want to take our baking dish here. We're going to shake this stuff up. Squirt a little bit in here to grease it up real nice. All right, way nothing sticks to the sides because we got a lot of cheese in this one. And we're going to just put this in our baking dish here. Yep, my girlfriend lost that bet. She didn't think it was all going to fit. It fits. Okay. So once we've got that in our baking dish, spread it all out here. Man, let me give you guys a better look at this stuff. Look at there. Woo! All right. Now what we need to do is put some more mozzarella and your hot pepper cheese if you want to. All right. Mozzarella. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of this hot pepper cheese here. This is going to be some really good cheesy pasta here. All right, and then we're going to put our cheddar cheese. All right, I'm using some sharp cheddar for this one. Cheese it up. All right. And voila, we've got it all put together. Now all we need to do is wait for the oven to finish preheating to 350 degrees. We're going to put that stuff inside, and what's going to come out is something that only unicorns and leprechauns can give you. All right, so let's wait for that oven, and then we're going to slap that in for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to be ready to go. All right, the countdown is on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chicken bacon ranch pasta time! Woo! All right, let's pull this bad boy out of the oven here. Let's see what we're working with. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Woo! That's some good stuff right there, guys. All right. Let me see. All right, so if you want to brown this cheese just a little bit, all you got to do is pop this back in the oven here. What we're going to do is turn this thing on broil. We're just going to turn it on high for about 2 minutes. And we're going to keep an eye on it because if you've ever used broil before, you know that it could go pretty brown pretty fast. I just hit the camera. All right. Well, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to let it broil for a couple minutes, let that cheese on top kind of toast and brown just a little bit, just because I like how it looks. All right. And then after that, we're just going to pop a couple of store-bought breadsticks into the oven here. So we've got a couple of these. They take 3 or 4 minutes. That's really good to have with your pasta. Pop whatever you want in the oven, whether it's garlic toast, garlic bread, whatever you want. You can get as fancy as you want to be. All right, but that is pretty much it. The only thing left to do is pop you open another beer to enjoy with your meal. Like I said, today we showcased the Dr. Robot Blackberry Lemon Sour from Monday Night Brewing in Atlanta, Georgia. I highly recommend that you check this one out. It's really mellow. It don't have an overwhelming sour taste, but it does definitely have that sour taste that you're going to love if you're a sour beer fan. All right? So check out Monday Night Brewing, Dr. Robot Blackberry Lemon Sour. You're going to love it. All right? So that's it. We're just going to brown this cheese, pop those breadsticks in, and enjoy our meal. I hope you do too. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me here in the kitchen for dinner and beer. I hope that you had a great time. I hope that you're able to make this recipe. You can adjust this recipe as much as you want. So adjust it to your liking. Make sure that you come up with something that you and your family are absolutely going to love. And, you know, that's it. You know, make good food no matter what your kitchen is, no matter if you have a small kitchen like I do, or you have the fanciest kitchen on the left side of the earth. It doesn't matter. You can still make good food in any kitchen you're in. All right? So, I hope that you enjoy your meal. I hope that you had fun putting it together, as much fun as I do. Make sure you crack open your favorite beer whenever you're preparing it. Makes time go by a lot faster, a lot more enjoyable, and you'll have a lot of fun, okay? So check out the description below if you want the full recipe and instructions on how to cook it. Hopefully this video really helps you though. All right, I'm gonna see you back here real soon for the next installment of Dinner and Beer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah.